Hello, good morning. What's new? The pronoun is one of the most terrifying masks man has ever invented. John Fowles. Hello, my name is Lacey. My pronouns are they, them. How do you ask someone their pronouns? Before I answer this question, let me give you a few word tricks. You see, I am very selective with my word choice in everything I do. I work in the apartment industry, so I don't say tenant or unit or complex. Those words are common and everyone knows what I mean when I say them, but they're neutral, not negative or positive, versus saying resident, home, and community. Everyone knows what they mean too, but they give a little bit more roundness and love to them. If I were to call you tenant in Unit 1 at Complex 123, it is technically accurate, versus valued resident David in Townhome 1 at Park Place is more personal. That language shows that I care about the individual and they're not just a neutral number. I say that because your language and how you ask for someone's pronouns can come off as either caring or it can come off as a checklist item. Personally, I would like to know that you asking me this question is because you care about using my pronouns in a respectful way, not because you have to ask the question and will completely disregard the response. So first, when asking someone's pronouns, be sincere in wanting to know the answers. These are a personal journey that a lot of people have struggled with or fought for or are still figuring out. Do not ask what are your preferred pronouns, which implies that their gender identity, whether or not it matches the societal norms of the binary, masculine and feminine, is something that you get to opt in or out of. Next, when you are told someone's pronouns, use them, and use them with respect. Ask directly and unambiguously, and be ready to adjust any of your preconceived notions based on what you were conditioned to think based on their appearance or presentation. Hello, PJ. What are your pronouns? Honestly, it's that easy. Start with your name and your pronouns, and when they introduce themselves, if they have not provided their pronouns, ask them. A lot of time, people will be open and honest about their pronouns. Sometimes you'll also be greeted with people that combat your questions. Oh, I don't use those, or isn't it obvious? Do not get angry when people are a little hostile in their response. You have a choice in how you respond. You can be direct in saying that you know people whose outward expression or presentation do not always match societal norms, and you want to be respectful of them as a person. You can take the time to educate them on what a pronoun is, including he, him, she, her, they, them, you, I, or you can drop it. There's no need to take a power over stance just because you know your pronouns and they don't want to share them with you. Perhaps they don't know. Perhaps they're still trying to figure them out. Do not force them to share these. You've asked in an encouraging way, made yourself vulnerable by sharing yours, and after that, should they choose to ignore the question or combat you on it, the ball is out of your court. Keep in mind that what some people share is just what they are sharing then, and some people may change their names or pronouns or go by different ones in another space. There are over 7 billion people on this planet, and the idea that every single one of these people fit into one of two categories is preposterous. Remember that just because your culture, your origin, may only recognize a binary, there are billions of people who don't uphold your religion or your culture or your norms. In most cases, when you're talking to someone, you're going to use the pronouns I, me, mine, and you and yours, so don't dwell on people who don't tell you specifically what their pronouns are. You really only use the he, she, they when talking about them anyway. In which case, if they say something like, isn't it obvious? Just use the ones that match their presentation, or do as I sometimes do, use they, them. It's not disrespectful. It gives you the chance to work on actively using these pronouns for a specific person and in the first person, and it covers all of your bases should it change later. Be kind to one another.